Be prepared. What you're feeling right now isn't imagination, it's resonance. Everyone seems to be talking about this comet, 3 Atlas, but few truly grasp what's happening beneath the surface of light and orbit. This isn't another distant rock wandering through space, it's a cosmic transmission. A message wrapped in ice and fire, traveling for millennia just to arrive now, in your lifetime, at this precise crossroad of chaos and awakening. Those who are spiritually attuned can already feel it, the subtle pressure in the atmosphere, the quickened pulse of reality, the sensation that something vast is whispering your name through the static of existence. And before we go deeper, hear this. If your spirit is stirred by these words, you are part of the few who are meant to receive this message. You are not here by accident. I want you to take a moment. Breathe in, center your energy, and declare your alignment. Comment the sacred number 999 below as your manifestation code. That number is your confirmation that you are ready for transformation, that your timeline is synchronizing with the higher frequency of awakening. And if this message resonates, subscribe, not just to a channel, but to your own evolution. Each act of intention, every signal of faith, strengthens the vibration of this collective rising. Now, let's begin. Something about this comet feels different. It's not coincidence that it appears now amid the noise, conflict, and confusion of a restless world. The sensitive ones, the awakened ones, feel the truth vibrating through their bones. There's a reason your dreams have been stranger, your emotions heavier, your awareness sharper. The universe is speaking through symbols again, and this comet is the loudest one yet. Across the planet, people describe an unexplainable hum in the background of life, a soft current beneath ordinary sound. That isn't fear, it's remembrance. Something ancient in the human soul recognizes this pattern. It's the same pulse that moved our ancestors when the heavens shifted, a signal that the veil between worlds is thinning. 3 Atlas is not chaos, it's calibration. For centuries, humanity feared comets as harbingers of disaster, but this one brings something else entirely: activation. It's awakening awareness, not destroying it. The illusion is cracking, and beneath the fracture, light is seeping through. What was hidden is being unveiled, the truth that we are not separate fragments, but one vast field of consciousness experiencing itself in infinite forms. This isn't about astronomy, it's about memory. The sky isn't showing us something new, it's reminding us of something we've always known. Because when a truth this deep stirs, it doesn't just shift individuals, it rewires the collective. The panic people feel around the world isn't about the comet's presence, it's about what it represents. Humanity doesn't fear destruction. Humanity fears revelation. We tremble not at what ends, but at what's finally exposed. 3 Atlas sits precisely in that mysterious place between science and spirit, between what can be measured and what can only be felt. That's what makes it so unnerving. It defies labels, shatters categories, and leaves even the most logical minds searching for meaning. There's no formula for this, no text to consult, no precedent to comfort us. This comet is rewriting something in real time, in the cosmos and in you. The unknown energy it carries rattles the collective subconscious, stirring questions we've buried for lifetimes. It feels like something immense is calling, yet it refuses to reveal its name. The mind scrambles for logic, but the soul already understands. Not everything that unsettles you is danger. Sometimes it's truth knocking on the door, unfamiliar, and unfiltered. That's what's happening right now. Humanity's instinct is to control what it can't explain. But this moment cannot be controlled. It can only be witnessed. The comet is not just above us. It's mirroring us. Every fear, every fascination, every shiver of anticipation is an echo of the collective shift already underway. It's the fear of stepping into the unknown, paired with the certainty that something beyond imagination is waiting there. You can feel it, that silent hum in your spirit, that subtle awareness that says, something is coming. What if it's not random? What if this celestial visitor appeared because we finally reached the vibration to perceive it? Maybe the panic itself is not a symptom of danger, but the sign of awakening. A reminder that even discomfort can be divine when it leads you closer to light. The universe never sends a message to everyone. It speaks to those who are tuned to listen. And if you're still here, listening, breathing, feeling the energy of these words pulse through you, then you are one of the awakened. One of the few who came to Earth for this exact moment. Have you noticed it? The air feels different. Nights carry a subtle vibration, as though the Earth itself has begun to breathe in rhythm with something unseen. For many, this sensation is confusing, a quiet awareness that something invisible is observing, watching, but not with threat, with curiosity. That feeling isn't paranoia, it's energetic attention. The arrival of this comet has acted as a cosmic beacon, sending out a frequency that calls to the unseen realms. Something ancient and intelligent has noticed our awakening. When consciousness expands, it shines, and light always attracts attention. You might find yourself sensing presence when you're still, a flicker in the corner of your vision, a sudden chill across your skin, or a warmth that seems to come from nowhere. You're not imagining it. These are subtle acknowledgements, confirmations that awareness makes you visible in dimensions that once overlooked you. Guides, watchers, higher beings, call them what you wish. They're not here to interfere, only to witness. You've become luminous in worlds that recognize energy more clearly than matter. That tingling on your skin isn't fear, it's recognition. The universe is nodding back, because the moment awareness rises, the veil thins. The comet didn't just illuminate the sky, it illuminated you. That's why so many are feeling restless, disoriented, almost detached from their bodies, as if their souls are wandering slightly ahead of them. You may notice flashes of clarity followed by fog, waves of exhaustion after bursts of inspiration. This is not malfunction, it's realignment. Across the world, sensitives, empaths, and spiritually tuned individuals are describing the same thing: spiritual vertigo. It feels like the ground beneath reality is tilting, as though gravity itself forgot which way is down. One day, your energy soars, the next, you're drained. You wake up with revelations that fade by noon. Your thirst deepens, though you've drunk enough water. Your sleep feels like traveling through time rather than resting. These are not random symptoms, they're frequency upgrades. The tail of 3 Atlas is brushing against the planet's magnetic and spiritual fields, and that contact is rippling through every living system. Your nervous system hears this music long before your mind translates it. That odd restlessness in your chest, that unease you can't explain, it's your internal frequency finding a new rhythm. The surges of creativity, the strange irritability, the deep need for solitude, all of it is your body sinking to a higher vibrational pace. For some, it feels like impatience. For others, divine downloads of sudden truth. These sensations are evidence that you're being rewired to hold more light. This isn't punishment, it's preparation. You're not tired because you're weak. You're tired because your system is adapting. Awakening can exhaust the spirit that's been carrying too much awareness alone. For years, you've been holding light in darkness, working silently, anchoring frequencies no one around you could see. This is your moment of release. The universe is saying, you've done enough. Stop performing awakening and simply be awake. The comet's presence magnifies this process. It amplifies your sensitivity until truth becomes impossible to ignore. Many are discovering that old habits, patterns, and even friendships can't sustain them anymore. Things that once felt safe now feel heavy. The reason? Their vibration no longer matches yours. Energy seeks resonance. When you evolve, what's misaligned begins to crumble. If you've been crying unexpectedly, feeling nostalgic for places you've never been, or dreaming of luminous skies, that's part of it. Your soul is remembering where it came from. The cosmic frequency of 3 Atlas is triggering soul memory, stirring dormant codes in your DNA that recall the first time humanity stood beneath a divine sign and remembered we were part of something vast. And yes, this phase can feel lonely, like you're floating between worlds, no longer who you were, but not yet who you're becoming. That's what spiritual vertigo really is, the space between identities, the temporary disorientation that happens when the old version of you dissolves and the new one hasn't fully downloaded yet. It's a sacred in-between, the divine dizziness of transformation. So if you feel strange, unstable, or emotionally raw, understand that you're not falling apart. You're shedding density. You're recalibrating your perception to catch subtler wavelengths of truth. Your body is learning to house more consciousness than before. You're being prepared to see clearly in a world that has forgotten what light looks like. And remember, discomfort is proof that the process is working. Energy never moves quietly. It shakes what's stagnant. If your world feels like it's spinning, it's because your destiny is finally in motion. The comet didn't just pass by, it passed through you. It activated the very circuitry of awakening encoded in your soul before you ever arrived here. Whether you realize it or not, this comet has become a kind of divine examination. Its arrival isn't random, it's intentional. Something vast and intelligent seems to be holding up a mirror to humanity, not to punish, but to measure. You can feel it, can't you? That strange sense of being seen, even when you're alone. The sudden resurfacing of memories you thought you'd buried. The constant replay of your choices, your words, your intentions. That's not coincidence. That's the energy of order, rippling through your spirit. The universe is taking attendance, not of names, but of frequencies. This is not about manifesting something new or letting go of the old. It's about being evaluated energetically. You can't fake vibration. You can't disguise frequency. Energy speaks louder than appearance, and right now, the cosmos is listening closely. Many describe it as pressure, as guilt, or as fatigue that has no physical cause. It's the sensation of something greater checking your internal alignment, tallying what's true and what's performative. This is karmic accounting in motion, revealing where your heart and your habits no longer match. Think of this phase as a universal checkpoint, the pause before ascension, the breath before the next level. Every encounter, every emotion, every decision feels magnified because it's all being weighed on unseen scales. You are being invited to see yourself without filters, without defense, without denial. That sudden discomfort you feel in familiar situations, that tug of unease in old relationships, it's feedback from the field. The universe is asking one simple question: does this still reflect who you've become? The comet didn't wander into our skies by accident. It crossed our orbit at the exact moment humanity was due for reflection. That's why the air feels heavy, the dreams more symbolic, the emotions sharper. We are being asked to stop pretending, to look at our truth without costumes, without the masks of spiritual performance. This isn't a test of strength, it's a test of authenticity, because once this energetic audit completes, pretending will no longer be possible. The light of awareness will burn through illusion until only essence remains. And yes, this exposure can feel brutal. It may stir anxiety, guilt, confusion, but beneath all that noise lies liberation. To be seen truly is to be freed. The comet is forcing us to recognize what has long been ignored, where we've lied to ourselves, where we've shrunk, where we've performed goodness instead of embodying it. It's as if heaven itself is whispering, "Enough acting. Be what you've claimed to be." There's something beautifully humbling about this phase. It strips us of self-deception. We begin to understand that the universe never punishes. It reflects. Every event, every coincidence, every challenge is simply mirroring our frequency back to us. The comet is only the most visible example of this reflection. It hovers above as a reminder. What shines in the heavens also stirs within. The glow in the night sky is the glow awakening in your own consciousness. Many people right now feel uneasy without knowing why. Their spirits sense the weighing, the measuring. They confuse it for anxiety when it's actually exposure. The veil is so thin that truth bleeds through everything. You can't hide behind distraction anymore. The things you thought were secure suddenly feel fragile because false stability can't survive in the frequency of awakening. The comet's vibration is revealing that everything built on illusion must dissolve so that what's real can finally stand. It's not punishment, it's purification. This moment is the great unveiling. The energy of 3 Atlas is sweeping through the collective like wind through dust, blowing away the old stories we've told ourselves. It's uncomfortable, yes, but sacred. You are being cleaned of heaviness that was never yours. Every pang of regret, every flash of insecurity, every unexpected confrontation, it's all part of the spiritual audit. And when the light finishes its sweep, only alignment will remain. The authentic ones will rise, not because they fought harder, but because they resonated higher. Truth floats when illusions sink. This comet is not just a celestial body, it's a cosmic mirror reflecting what we've become and what we still can be. It stands silently in the sky, watching, waiting, holding its position as humanity decides what to do with this reflection. You can either hide from it or face it and transform. That is the invitation. That is the test. Something extraordinary is unfolding, not above us, but through us. The comet known as 3 Atlas isn't merely crossing the heavens. It's crossing the boundaries of consciousness itself. This is not just another celestial event. It's a once-in-eternity portal, a divine checkpoint where destiny and awareness meet. There are no rehearsals for moments like this, no second orbit. When this window closes, it will not return. It exists only for those awake enough to see it and courageous enough to respond. You can feel it, can't you? That invisible pressure in the air, that pull deep within your chest. It's the unmistakable sensation of reality bending, not to break you, but to invite you. This comet has opened a temporary door between timelines, a shimmering fracture in ordinary time where miracles rush through. For some, it appears as restlessness or curiosity. For others, a wild clarity that whispers, "Now is the moment." The universe has paused, holding its breath, waiting to see who will step forward. To the masses, 3's Atlas will be just another bright streak fading into the night. They'll marvel for a moment, then scroll back into distraction. But not you. If your soul feels this pull, if your spirit vibrates with recognition, it's because the comet's frequency is speaking directly to you. You were born for this moment. You were coded to awaken when this light appeared. This alignment doesn't come to destroy. It comes to reveal. And the revelation begins with your own name, your own purpose, echoing back through the corridors of creation. This is a mirror in the sky, showing humanity what it has forgotten. We are not passive observers of the cosmos. We are active participants in it. The same light that burns in a comet burns in you. The same divine pattern that propels it across the galaxies is encoded in your very breath. That's why your reality may feel unstable lately. Time stretches. Dreams feel prophetic. Emotions swing between ecstasy and exhaustion. You are not malfunctioning. You are evolving. What scientists call comet activity is, in truth, spiritual contact, a vibrational handshake between heaven and human. The ancients called it prophecy in motion. Today, we might call it comet contact syndrome, the phenomenon that occurs when a soul begins to evolve faster than its environment allows. You might experience surges of creativity, ideas that arrive fully formed, visions of futures you've never lived. Moments expand, seconds linger, days blur. You feel old identities crumbling, old definitions collapsing under the weight of your new awareness. One morning, you wake up feeling limitless, and by nightfall, you question everything again. That's not instability, that's acceleration. The universe is compressing lifetimes of growth into days because you are ready. The comet acts as a mirror and a catalyst, amplifying your light until everything false burns away. You are not breaking down. You're breaking open. The pressure you feel is divine expansion. You are becoming too luminous to fit inside the smaller version of yourself. Every emotion, every heartbeat, every tear is data, evidence that you're alive at the threshold of transformation. When energy upgrades this fast, confusion isn't a curse. It's the sign that your old logic is dissolving to make space for divine intelligence. Understand this. You are not losing control. You're catching up to your destiny. You're entering the timeline that was written for the awakened. The timeline where you stop chasing meaning and start radiating it. This is why 3 Atlas came. Not to terrify, but to trigger. Not to end the world, but to awaken the ones who would rebuild it in light. If your body trembles when you gaze at the sky, if your heart beats faster when you hear the comet's name, know that this is recognition. Your soul remembers. You are one of the few who can read the code hidden in its title. 3. Creation, Trinity, Manifestation. I, the witness, conscious awareness. Atlas, the bearer of heaven. Together, they form a declaration. Creation awakens through consciousness. You are not separate from this message. You are this message. The cosmos didn't send this comet to remind you that you are small. It sent it to remind you that you are infinite. So, as the night sky burns one final message across the void, let it echo within your soul. You are the light. You are the portal. You are the confirmation.